On behalf of the faculty and administration of Central Bucks High School South, I would like to welcome parents, family members, friends, and honored students of the class of 2022. It is my privilege as principal to officially begin the 18th commencement ceremony of Central Bucks High School South. At this time, would everyone please stand for the singing of our national anthem and remain standing for I Wish You Well, My Friend, both performed by Central Bucks South Senior and Select Choirs.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light and the home of the brave? I wish you well, my friend. Now it's time for us to part. We'll keep the times we share together deep within our hearts. I wish you well, my friend, as we go our separate ways. We know we never can forget all the yesterdays. If there are times you need a friend to care, remember I'll be there. I believe in you. And now we'll say goodbye. Say goodbye. Even though it's hard to do. Hard to do, for deep inside we know someday we'll meet again. So until then, I wish you well, my friend. If there are times you need a friend to care, remember I'll be there. I believe in you. And now we'll say goodbye, even though it's hard to do. For deep inside we know someday we'll meet again. So until then, I wish you well, my friend.
At this time, I would like to invite our first student speaker to the podium to officially welcome the class of 2022 to this year's commencement ceremony. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Mr. Sean Burke. Sean has become an important member of the CB South community. He is a 2022 Summa Cum Laude Scholar. Sean is Vice President of the Class of 2022 and a member of Titan Choir. Sean will be majoring in political science at Notre Dame in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean.
Smile real quick, guys. I saw that on TikTok. It had to be done. Well, good afternoon, family, friends, staff, esteemed guests, and of course, the graduating class of 2022. You all look amazing, and congratulations. You all deserve it. Now, for all of you who have been to CB South High School, you have been inside of our school library. And for all of us that have stepped inside that palace of learning, We can reminisce the time that we were cornered by our exotic, charismatic, clever, yet somehow unorthodox school librarian and coerced into checking out the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now, no matter what you may think of the book, there is one quote that really struck me as I wrote this speech for you all today. It cites the American philosopher and writer Ralph Waldo Emerson by stating, "In my walks, every man I meet is my superior in some way, and in that, I learn from him." Now I ask all of you to look to both the person to your left and to your right, and to think about what they can teach you. I again ask all of you to look towards others as you move forward beyond the walls of CB South, to look at them with a spirit of optimism and appreciation, for they too can hold the power to teach you and change your life. Now, with finals just being finished up this week, we would hope that test taking would become a thing of the past, but life will not get any easier. But instead, we will be confronted with more challenges and hardships that will accompany us with the twists and turns of the crazy life of social media, paying for your own health insurance, or even filing your own taxes, which I am 100% sure I didn't do correctly this year. But yet, I still stand here today to provide you the silver lining and wisdom that it cannot and will not be done alone. That just because those 7:30 a.m. school days are over, our learning is not. And we must continue to learn to work together to solve the problems that we face, and in doing so, change the world. Now, South didn't just teach us math or physics or even how to cheat on a virtual test, but it taught us how to grow into a family. We grow from the bonds that we form here, growing for the past 13 years. We grow with our family. I know that we must take the relationships that we have formed here into whatever pocket of the globe you guys find yourselves in, whether it is to the stretches of our country or to the streets of Europe. If I have learned one thing from my time here at CB South, it is that the world is a whole lot brighter when you have a friend by your side. Today is one of the happiest days of our lives, one that has defined 13 years of education and will set the stage for the rest of your years to come. So I hope that when you leave the stadium, you spend your time with your loved ones and that you thank them for joining you and assisting you on this journey that has you sitting here wearing a gown and a funny-looking hat. I hope that you never forget and embrace those around you and that you allow them to be your guide. I hope that you heed the advice from Shannon Alder, which says that one of the most important things that you can do on this earth is to let others know that no one is alone. I hope that you always remember CB South, this building right here, that it will forever be your home. And finally, I hope that you see each day with a smile on your face, for you all have earned the prospects of success and happiness, and I hope that you continue your journey with others by your side and let them know that no one is alone. So go out on your walks, just as Ralph Waldo Emerson once did, and learn from others. Find that spark of joy and hope within everyone you meet, making the world a more welcome and happier place. Once again, congratulations to the Central Bucks South graduating class of 2022. Go climb the highest of mountains while helping others out of the deepest of valleys. Good luck, and may our paths cross again. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Mrs. Jennifer Updike has been the class of 2022 House Principal for the past 30 years. At this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Updike, Senior Class President, Mr. Jerry Sheen, and Senior Class Vice President, Mr. Sean Burke, to the podium for a few words and for the presentation of the class gift.
Wow. This is truly an amazing sight to see. Not only am I looking at 565 graduates, along with their incredibly proud teachers, families, and friends, I'm looking at faces who were once strangers, who are now friends. I'm looking at faces who have persevered through great adversity, who tried and tried again until they found success. I'm looking at faces who are relentless in achieving their goals, not only for themselves, but for their peers and all of CB South. I'm looking at faces that are going to change the world. I am looking at the CB South class of 2022. Class of 2022, I ask that you look at the faces around you. Look to your left, to your right, in front of you, and behind you. Look to the stage. Look to the sides of your seats and to the stands where our guests sit this evening. Some of the faces you will see are people who have been there from the beginning for you. Some you may have met earlier this week, or maybe this is the first time your paths have crossed. Some of those faces have already had a great impact on your life. Some will save that impact for some time in the future. Some will leave here tonight only knowing your name. Some will leave here tonight knowing that you have changed the course of their life. Now I would like you to imagine that you are looking into a mirror. When you look at your own face, what do you see? My hope is that you see someone who has learned to navigate uncharted waters, who advocates for there to be meaning in what they do each day, someone who has a vision and works hard to see it through, who seeks help when they need it, someone who has experienced failure but did not let it stop them from achieving their goals. I hope that you see a graduate of CB South High School, someone who is ready to take on the world with passion, purpose, and pride. Today is the end of your time at CB South, but is also the beginning of the next incredible chapter of your life. You can do anything that you put your mind to. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to try new things. Say yes to opportunities. Seek feedback to improve your work, your relationships, and yourself. Set goals. Dream big. Work hard. But always play harder. Enjoy the moments. Take the pictures. And most importantly, hug your people. Before I leave you, I must take this moment to say thank you. I knew I was going to do it. To each of you. It has been one of the greatest honors of my life to be your house principal. Thank you. From celebrating your successes to wiping away your tears, from helping you navigate a challenging situation, to watching you excel on the athletic field, on a performance stage, or in the classroom, from answering your questions to just chatting about life, your impact will be forever ingrained on my heart. You are all uniquely amazing individuals who can and will do whatever you put your minds to. Please know I am so very proud of you. Congratulations.
To the class of 2022, we did it. Now, as Jerry and I think back and reflect upon these years here at CB South, there is one key attribute that our class contains and demonstrates on a daily basis. That is our ability to rise above any situation that has been thrown our way. You could say it has been a treacherous and winding journey that has brought us here today, and we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us in this high school experience. Now, high school has never been known to be simple or easy or effortless, but we commend our class for pushing through the hardships and creating a class culture that has made the time at CB South so very enjoyable. We would also like to thank the faculty and parents who have supported us along the way. We couldn't have done it without you. In the last 3 years, you have watched us shape into fine young adults who were able to persevere not only through the C word, which I will not say, but as well as a heavy workload and a crazy application process. One last thing before I turn it over to Jerry, if I could leave the class with one last thing, it would be that as your new journey begins, may you always carry kindness in your heart.
Abigail Brandt, Sean Burke, Dennis Cleary III, Julia Cooper, Disha Dhananjay, Rocco Donato, Bennett Abu, Nicholas Farino, Samantha Feather, Styler Gannon, Kyle Gilbert, Saif Hassan.
At this time, I would like to ask our senior class officers to lead the class of 2022 in the turning of the tassels.
Graduating class of 2022, please rise. It has been our honor to serve the class of 2022 this past year. By turning the tassel, you are closing your chapter here at CB South and starting a new chapter of life beyond our second home. Fellow classmates, please join us in moving your tassels from the right to the left.
At this time, please direct your attention to the Central Bucks Senior Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Joseph Stellino for our final musical performance, CB South's Alma Mater.
Hail we now our alma mater, CB South, our school most fair. Our beloved home we honor, for your qualities most rare. Strong brick walls and wooden arches, in your halls we find our best. Waving proudly our banner marches, charging forth to serve the rest. Always true and always faithful, strength and wisdom you impart. Titan blue and black forever, we will keep you in our hearts. Hail we now our alma mater, we will bring you great acclaim. CB South we will remember and bring glory to thy name.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2022.
I am going to ask our class president, Sean Burke, to stand up. He has a few things he's going to share with you about kindergarten. So let's welcome Sean.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to our kindergarten graduation. I'm here to tell you a little bit about our class and some of the things we like to do. We like to invite some of our pre-K friends like Danny, Alina, and Logan to play with us in kindergarten. The boys like to build castles, use blocks to make cities like Philadelphia, tracks like cars, and connects full roller coasters and amusement parks. The girls like dancing, reading in the book center, and the pretend center to dress up and play house and restaurant. Everybody likes art. We had a wonderful year in kindergarten. We have done tons of fun things like learning about the United States and the state flags, doing fun puzzles, and reading. I'd like to invite our Vice President, Alex Wang, to come up and join me. Now please rise and join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.